I hate gift giving and receiving.
Receiving gifts is so weird. What do you say? Thank you?
This is Coffee Convos with Kail Lowry and Lindsie Chrisley.
I really want you to be in your feels, Kail.
That does not interest me whatsoever.
I feel very attacked by you.
A spirited discussion about motherhood, friendship, family, and life in the public eye.
I'm just not with the fakery anymore.
There's a fakery bakery around here.
Here's Kail and Lindsie.
Good morning. Welcome to Coffee Convos podcast. What are we eating?
Hardee's is my first time having.
Oh, wait, you've never had Hardee's before?
I think I have, but not. It's been years. I might have had. My friend Emily eats Hardee's a lot, and I feel like I've tried it with her before.
Looks like you've got nuggets, and that's probably not what I would recommend to get from Hardee's. I grew up on Hardee's.
In South Carolina and Tennessee and Atlanta.
Yeah, but we only have one Hardee's around here, and it's not very close to where I'm located. But when I tell you, Hardee's biscuits are the best biscuits that you can get anywhere. My grandparents so my dad's parents, we would spend the night with them a lot. And then when they got up to go to work, they were factory workers. So they had to get up super early in the morning, and they would drop Kyle and I off to my other grandparents, but they would go through Hardee's and get us breakfast every single morning. And it was these little cinnamon biscuits that had sweet stuff on the top, icing, I guess. And it's a childhood, I can taste it right now, thinking of it.
I wonder if they still have them.
I don't know, but then Bojangles, which I'm not a huge Bojangles girly. I don't like Bojangles or Popeyes because I think it's Cajun twist or something, Louisiana twist.
I love Popeyes. I've had Bojangles, but I don't really remember it. I do like a Cajun twist.
See, I don't like the seasoning on it. So we go to Bojangles a lot. There's a Bojangles by my house, and Jackson loves what they're called Bo-berries. And they're the same thing that kind of what Hardee's had whenever I was growing up, except Hardee's was cinnamon raisin ones with the icing on it. And Bojangles it's almost like a muffin biscuit, blueberry, but then it has icing on the top.
I mean, it sounds good. We're actually getting, we just got a Raising Cane's. We just got it. It's brand new. And
I'm not a fan.
I'm honestly it's okay, and I'll get it if the kids want it, but it's not something that I'm going to seek out. I feel like it's very basic, middle of the road. Huh?
It's mid.
Yeah, it's mid. But I just read something online that said that the top of Delaware is getting a 7 brew, and it's going to be about an hour away from me, but I will be making the trip occasionally.
Okay. Well, since we're going to have coffee chats, I have decided that I'm going to be a coffee girly, but it's not really a coffee girly. I like a flat white from Starbucks. And isn't that crazy? Because I'm not a Starbucks girly.
What is a flat white?
It's basically steamed milk and espresso.
I've never heard of that in my entire life.
So good. I had it twice this weekend.
Okay. I mean, talk about a coffee combo if you want.
It is a coffee combo. I also need to tell you that yesterday, slept in, woke up, and I immediately chose violence. I started stripping bed sheets. I washed every blanket in this house. I washed every piece of dirty clothes, even if it wasn't dirty and it kind of looked like it could be, got washed. Went to Target, bought a new Shark vacuum. And I had to tell you about it because Kristen texted me and told me that my cleaner said that my vacuum wasn't picking up anymore. And I'm like, okay, well, I have 9 vacuums at the house. So why wouldn't they just look at the other vacuums and see if they could, do the job? They prefer to use a Shark. And that's coming from a professional cleaner.
Relatable.
So I am now going to sell all of my Dysons. They're on the market. If you guys want one, make me a cheap offer. I will send it to you. You will pay shipping.
No, just leave them outside and someone will grab them.
No, but I spent so much money on these, and I did so much research and work to get these Dysons, and they're in pristine condition.
Okay.
Some of them have never even been used.
There is so much I need to say right now. First, I would like to say that I also woke up yesterday and chose violence. The babies were coming home, and Lincoln, Lux, and Creed all tested positive for flu A. And the babies were coming home. Everybody's fevers broke, but on Google it says that they are contagious up to from 5 to 7 days after. So yesterday morning, I'm Lysoling the couch. I'm taking every fucking thing off my countertops. I'm spraying with Lysol. I'm doing doorknobs. We're taking trash out. We're doing all the things, right? And Elijah did give me a little pushback because he was like, I don't want them to go over there and then they get the flu again because they already had the flu. Elijah and
wait, can you get it again?
Yeah, you can sort of like strep throat. Like if you don't change your toothbrush out and you get it again, like you could be cured and then use the same toothbrush and get it. I think the flu is the same. So I'm like arguing with him because I'm like, I don't want to go another week without seeing the babies. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'll just Lysol the shit out of everything and just basically hope for the best. So that's what I wanted to say about that. But second to that, before we got on this recording, I got a notice from the baby's school. Now, none of my kids have school today. It's like an in-service day. So Link, Lux, and Creed are home, which is good because they're still technically contagious anyway. Got a notice from the school. Well, actually, let me backtrack. So because they're home, I also kept the babies home because I'm like, there's no sense in like them going to school for 4 hours and whatever. I have a recording and blah, blah, blah. So I get a notice just now that hand, foot, and mouth is going around at the school. They've already had hand, foot, and mouth twice. Now Rio's 3 and the twins are 2 and they've already had it twice. I do not know, and I want to know what you would do. I don't want to send them for the rest of the week because I don't want to risk them getting hand, foot, and mouth.
Hand, foot, and mouth is so contagious and it runs rampant in like little schools. So preschools, whatever, daycares. I would personally not send mine. Do you remember like way back when Jackson got hand, foot, and mouth and I thought he had some type of like not curable cancer?
No, but I believe you. No.
And I had like a flashlight on his head because he had these growths that were coming up. And as a mom, number one, he's my only kid. So everything that he does, it's a first experience with something. So when I saw it, I was just bawling my eyes out and Will comes upstairs and he's like, what's wrong? And I said, I don't know. He has tumors all over him.
Hand, foot, and mouth has given me PTSD because I will never forget 2 years ago. This January, it will be 2 years ago that the hand, foot, and mouth that the babies got, I think it was Rio, gave it to Lux and Creed. And they they were doing wrestling at the time, and their hand, foot, and mouth turned into impetigo, however you say it. And when I tell you that they were down and out for a month from that, I mean, the infection and sores all over, like I have PTSD. So like that is what I'm more afraid of. Not necessarily hand, foot, and mouth itself, but from the hand, foot, and mouth then turning into impetigo. Yes. And I know it's fucked up because I didn't send the babies to school today already. But like, it's December. They're about to be on school break anyway. Like, I almost am tempted to just not send them for the rest of the entire month.
I absolutely would not, because then all of your break, you're going to be curing hand, foot, and mouth. I would absolutely not do that. I mean, there's just zero way to really prevent it because you've got to think about like all of the surfaces the kids are touching each other, kids who are still drooling. Like, no, that would take me slap out. And it's so crazy because when I talked about Jackson's hand, foot, and mouth, people didn't know that you could go to the dermatologist and get something like to put on the visible stuff. So like his was in his scalp, which was kind of weird.
You're talking about molluscum.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about something completely different.
Yeah, molluscum.
You basically have to, this is not medical advice for anyone listening. This is not medical advice. I am not giving medical advice, but I was told by a professional that you could literally take them to the dermatologist for the dermatologist to do it, or you could literally like sanitize something and scrape the surface and then like basically make it scab over and do it, whatever. I personally don't feel comfortable doing it with my kids, but I took Creed to the dermatologist when he had it. Was Creed or Lux, and they did it for me. They did all of that, but you're talking about molluscum.
Yeah, he also had hand, foot, and mouth though. And I want to say he ran a fever with that. Is that the one you
Yes.
run a fever with?
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's a no for me, dog.
I don't want to risk it. I did text Elijah the screenshot from the school, and I said I almost don't want to send them ? I don't want them to get it. So I'm going to see what he says, like what he wants to do. But I really I know this is the season of all sorts of illnesses, but the flu A almost took us all out. So I really just I can't take anymore right now.
That's the flu type that I got I think it was last year around this same time. And when I tell you I was out for 7 or 8 days, like bedridden for that long.
So when you had it, because I had it, but I didn't get the worst of it. Lux and Creed, I feel like got the worst of it. Where especially Lux, his night terrors from the fevers. But what's crazy was like for a few hours yesterday, I really thought he was on the mend. Like I was like, oh, like he's going to be able
so
to
common.
Whatever. Last night, ran into my bed around like 10 p.m. Screaming from the night terrors again. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, and then Creed last night was fine. And then around like 4 o'clock, fever up again, face flushing, eyes like watery and glossy. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like you were just on the mend. So that happened to you too?
Yeah, it happened to me too. Like I thought on roughly day 3 that I was on the mend. So I'm like, oh, I can get up, take a shower, like do stuff around the house. No, a couple of hours later, it was like I got it all over again. But I feel like the best thing that you can do is even when you think that you've got like the second wind from being sick, don't get up. Just like stay laid out. You know what I mean?
Or like pace around the house for a minute and see how you feel.
All right, y'all, when it comes to holiday gifting, I want to give people things that they really love, beautiful, timeless pieces that they will wear for years. And that's why I have chosen to go with Quince. From cashmere sweaters to Italian wool coats, everything is premium quality at a price that actually makes sense. I was wearing a cashmere sweater yesterday and I got so many compliments, and it was from Quince 2 seasons ago. These pieces really hold up. Quince has something for everyone. So cashmere sweaters for $50 that look and feel like designer pieces, silk tops and skirts for dressing up, perfectly cut denim from everyday wear, and outerwear that actually keeps you warm. Their Italian wool coats are standout pieces. They are beautifully tailored, soft to the touch, and crafted to last for seasons. Every piece is made with premium materials from ethical, trusted factories and priced far below what other luxury brands charge. The craftsmanship shows in every detail, the stitching, the fit, the drape. It is elevated, it is timeless, and it is made to wear on repeat. You guys have to shop Quince. They have something pretty much for everybody on your list. Find gifts so good that you'll want to keep them with Quince. Go to quince.com/coffee for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/coffee to get free shipping on 365-day returns. Quince.com/coffee.
I need to tell you what I watched this weekend, and I need to know if you've watched it. The Perfect Couple on Netflix.
No, I feel like there's a book with that title. I have not seen that.
Okay, so I think it was like 7 or 8 episodes. I watched the whole thing over the weekend, and I think you would like it. It's like a mystery trying to uncover who killed the mistress.
Oh, is it based on a book?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
I'm about to start All Your Fault on Peacock. I'm about to start that.
Oh, I watched that. Oh, wait. It does say that it's based on a book, Kail.
Because it sounds like a book I have on my TBR, The Perfect Couple.
Then you should read it because I was hooked. Like I could not wait to get home from my errands yesterday to take a shower and just put on a face mask and sit and watch it. I watched, I think, 4 or 5 episodes yesterday.
I binged The Beast in Me on Netflix, which is based on a book, I believe. And then I also binged the Diddy docuseries.
I know. We talked about the Diddy docuseries. You said you were going to tell me about it and that it wasn't worth watching. So
I have an unpopular opinion about the docuseries on Diddy. I know that it's getting a lot of eyes and attention and all the things, but it's just not what I thought. And I do think it was like a power move for 50 Cent, and it's something that would be very Kail-esque of me to do on someone. Everything that was in the docuseries, it's 4 episodes. We already knew it. We already knew everything that was in there. We knew what a shitty fucking person he was. He has been rumored to have been affiliated or the one that put the hit out on Tupac and potentially Biggie as well. We already knew all of these things. And when you're in a position of power like Diddy is, to me, no shit, you shit on everyone all the way to the top. Like, that is no surprise to me. What I was disappointed in was no implications of J-Lo, no implications of Jay-Z, nothing about his Diddy parties, the all-white parties, the sex trafficking. Like, I do understand how the jury got to the conclusion of him not being guilty on a lot of those charges because there was just no evidence. And I don't know if it was good hiding. I don't know if it was witness tampering. I don't know if it was the one Diddy house that went up in flames. Like, I don't know, but there was nothing about all of those people, all of the women, all of the sex workers, all of the people he trafficked. There was nothing on that. It just was how shitty of a person he is. And no shit, we all knew that. So my unpopular opinion is that you could get the Cliff Notes on TikTok. You can get the Cliff Notes by Googling, what a shitty person he was. But I don't think it needed a 4-part docuseries. I think that we needed a 4-part docuseries on all the things we didn't know.
Like the freak offs and the white party or whatever, is that the same thing?
Yes.
I just want to know how the people that have been named to be associated with those events, how nothing's come out about those people and how none of them have come out and said anything.
That's why I watched it. I thought that was going to have, and obviously you have to tread carefully because if there's no evidence or proof, you can't just that's defamation. And as long as you can prove it's not true, but like, if there's no evidence, like I heard rumors, obviously before this docuseries about like Meek Mill and Jay-Z and J-Lo and, all of these people, the Kardashians going there to these parties and stuff. And it's like, none of that was brought up at all. So to me, I don't know. And I do worry about the people that did speak up, like Kirk, who was a co-founder of Bad Boy Entertainment and some of the people that he knew prior to where he is now. I do worry for their well-being. Aubrey O'Day's interactions and relationship with Diddy was so minimal. There was so little said with Aubrey O'Day, and I was surprised by that. And the sexual assault surrounding her was, I guess it could be argued that it was hearsay. Someone said that they saw her being sexually assaulted.
Mm-hmm.
She has She has no memory of it. She says she does not want to know if it's true. And so it's one of those things. And then the other one, her name was Joy. She said that she was sexually assaulted in the 90s and that it was allegedly recorded and people told her it was recorded. And her mom woke up to her Joy screaming about it in her nightmares. And like, no doubt it's probably true. I believe it. I believe her. The problem is there's no evidence. So it's like all of this can be said, but there's no evidence to back it up. And that is how the jury has to decide is like what they're seeing, like what they can prove beyond a reasonable doubt. And I think that's where Diddy's going to get, that's why he got the lesser sentence.
Is it possible that they were just drugged so bad that they would have no recollection?
Yes. And that is basically what was said. It did say at the end that 77 cases against him for sexual assault are still pending. So it is possible that he could get more jail time for those. But again, like as far as like the freak offs and like other celebrities that have participated and looked the other way, like those are things that I was watching for. We already knew he was a fucked up person.
I mean, we obviously would have never been invited to a freak off because we're there to investigate, to see what's going on, and then to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, I am sure to go to one of those parties, there were like ironclad NDAs, I would imagine.
But those won't hold up in court if this is about sexual assault or rape.
I know, but
they won't hold up for that.
I just think that it might temper some tongues of other people who might have seen stuff that just wouldn't come forward.
That's true. And I would like to say that I know that we had not watched it the first time we talked about it on Coffee Combos. 50 Cent was able to acquire the footage because, and you and I know this, like the photographer, the videographer owns the footage that they take, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
we could pay for it, but they still own it. Diddy never paid for it. And so that's how that's how 50 Cent acquired it. He then turned around and paid for it, or whoever did, to produce this. And then second, the footage that he used in it was not compelling in any way, shape, or form. To me, the footage that he had of following Diddy around the city, you know, the days and weeks leading up to his trials was very minimal. Like, if you don't even waste your time watching it, because I think we were prematurely upset for something that truly didn't matter. And then second to that, they did ask him and his mom to participate and comment for this docuseries, and both declined. So
I heard that it was like number 1 or 2 on whatever stream. Is it Netflix?
yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was like number 1 or 2. And that's just like also sad. We've gone round and round about this, about watching stuff for us to be able to either talk about it, or we're just like so invested in the, I guess what do you call it? Like entertainment news or pop culture. Like we're so invested in it, but you don't really want to put money in the pockets of those people either.
I'll put money in 50's pocket.
I'd do a lot to 50 Cent.
Do you think he's cute?
We talked about this. I do.
Oh, and I don't. But if he wants to make a docuseries about me, I would let him.
Like
Not
In the
me,
Club
but-
was a banger, man.
Oh, Lincoln hates my guts because every single year on his birthday on the way to school, I blast it. And it's like, go shorty, it's your birthday. And I blast it and he gets so embarrassed. So thank you. Shout out to 50 Cent for that. I have years long memories. 50 Cent has truly made me realize I am not hating to my fullest potential. Alessandra is joining us on Coffee Combos today because unfortunately Kristen is very ill. So she's not with us on this episode. His shit eating grin in every interview is everything. Also, in case you did not know this, Lindsay, 50 Cent did an interview on his press tour for this docuseries with ABC News, because you can watch ABC News in prison. And he wanted Diddy to see it.
It's just like the level of petty and the links to be that petty and to be able to think like that deeply to know how it would get to somebody is wild work.
The funniest part is Ja Rule coming out of the woodworks and calling 50 Cent a snitch for doing this. Because 50 Cent also bought out Ja Rule's concert and nobody showed up. So it's like, Ja Rule, you should not be messing with the person who also fucked you over. And unless you want a docuseries done about you, maybe shut the fuck up.
Oh my God. I've got to tell you, have you seen those reels going around? And it's like, if you have a teenager and you get the notification of their grades and they're just like, oh, they just haven't updated yet. They're failing 3 classes and your teenager's like, they just haven't updated the grades yet.
Yes.
I'll have an A at the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any children like that?
No.
I do. I absolutely do.
I love that though.
It'd be like a homework assignment. And it might be a homework assignment in 3 classes. And it's like, there's a 0 in there. And it's like, oh no, I turned it in. They just didn't update the grades. And it's like, you actually never fucking did it.
Wait, so then when you realize that he never fucking did it, what happens? Like, what happens next?
Well, I give it a little bit of time because I'm like, what if he is telling the truth? And so I might give it like a day or 2. And then I blast off an email to the teacher and I'm like, hey, can you check Jackson's folder for said assignment? He claims it's complete. Then I wait until I get the email back that it is not complete, and I confront him with the email when he gets home.
Okay. I mean, I told you about how I accidentally got Lincoln a 60%, right?
I know. Which is so crazy.
I was going to send an email to the teacher, but I told both of them at parent teacher conferences last week or the week before. I don't remember what it was, last week, I think, I don't know. I let them know in person. I was like, by the way, that was me. So yeah.
Honestly, if I did something like that, I probably would email or call a teacher and be like, actually, I'm the one that failed that assignment. So can you reopen it so somebody who knows what they're doing can actually do it?
because Lincoln would have gotten an 80% and I got him a 60. So that was definitely, but to be fair, I'm like, I'm a reading girly. Like, I'm not dumb. I am good at reading comprehension. So like, I don't even, to me, his answers could have fit, but I thought mine fit better. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, if multiple answers could fit here and we're talking about a 6th grade fucking reading level, I don't know how I fucked that up so bad.
Not me. Like in high school, if multiple answers fit and I'm reading through it, I'm like, please, when I get to D on multiple choice, please let it be option A and C.
Yeah, he literally,
You know what I mean?
or like all of the above, literally,
Yeah.
literally,
Because I was a habitual all of the abover.
all of the above. It's like
I don't know what I'm doing.
Is not like the rest. All of the above is not like the rest. That's the one we're going with. Okay.
All right, y'all, let's talk about a smarter, fee-free way to bank that actually is built for you. Chime is changing the way that people bank, fee-free and smarter banking, but built for you. Not like old school banks that charge you overdraft and monthly fees. It is built for you, not the 1%. Chime isn't just another banking app. They actually unlock smarter banking for everyday people with products like MyPay, giving you access to up to $500 off your paycheck, giving you access to up to $500 of your paycheck anytime, and getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit. Chime makes your everyday spending work harder by delivering real rewards and financial progress. Bank fee-free plus overdraft coverage that you can count on helps you build your credit history. Chime is not just smarter banking, it is the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today, and it just takes a few minutes to sign up. Head to chime.com/coffee. That's chime.com/coffee.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services, a secured Chime Visa credit card, and MyPay line of credit provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. MyPay eligibility requirements apply, and credit limit ranges $20 to $500. Optional services and products may have fees or charges. See chime.com/fees info. Advertised annual percentage yield with Chime Plus status only. Otherwise, 1.00% APY applies. No min balance required. Chime card on-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Results may vary. See chime.com for details and applicable terms.
Oh my God. Okay. So I've got to tell you, I got a phone call bright and early this morning, and I'm like, what could this possibly be? You know, when it comes across your screen, ex-husband, it's like probably not good on a Monday morning. Like, this is how we're going to start. Last night, I sent Will a text and I was like, hey, Jackson's location is saying it's in like the downtown area. Like, why is this location saying that? I've been trying to text him for multiple days at this point. It's not going through. He's like, that would be because the phone's taken. So
Where? By who? Whom?
by William.
Oh, okay.
Will took his phone. And I'm like, well, could you have notified me? And instead of me texting all weekend long, thinking that you guys have been a part of some type of fucking robbery, like, could you have done that?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, the phone was taken. So if you need him, call me. And I'm like, okay, but I need to get to the point of why the phone was taken. He's like, oh, because he thought he was going to throw hands with me on Saturday. I told him that we had to get in the car because we were going to a Christmas parade, and he was just taking a sweet ass time. And I honked the horn. And then I saw him trying to take videos of me outside of the car. So when he got in, I said, surrender your device. And he said, at the point that
your device is crazy work.
It's crazy. So he was like, surrender the device. And he said Jackson at that point started trying to throw hands with him. And I said, honestly, like, I don't blame him. I probably would throw hands with you too. So he said, okay, so back up. I had another conversation with Will earlier in the week, and I said, hey, what are y'all's plans for the weekend? And he said, we're going to a Christmas parade in the downtown area on Saturday. And I said, there's not a Christmas parade in the downtown area on Saturday. There's a pub crawl. So if y'all are going to the pub crawl, then just let me know. Like, let's not mask it as some fucking parade. Like, if y'all are in the bar getting beers, just like tell me. Okay. He is committed that this Christmas parade is on Saturday.
Okay.
And so I said, okay, take your happy ass on and you're going to be a part of the pub crawl. They get down there after this semi-altercation. Pub crawl.
So there was no
Christmas parade. So they come home and Will's like, well, that's good for you, Jackson, because you were going to get punished anyway. You're going to go and rake leaves. So Will said that he tried to throw hands with him again over raking leaves, and he came after him with a rake. He said he started chasing him around the yard with a rake. And I'm like,
I support this message. Honestly,
I'm
I do.
taking custody. Like at this point, he was like, he has never put his hands on you. And I said, no, absolutely not. Like, in what world would that child think that it would be safe to put hands on me?
I just, like, I need to see it. So I follow Will on Instagram, unbeknownst to my own self. I must have followed him at some point, and I don't remember him ever having anything on social media, but I saw he like posted on his stories or something, and I screenshot it and sent it to Lindsie, like just that the ring was lit up, not what was on his stories. Now I need Will to like take a video of Jackson coming at him with a rake and post it so I can see, because I just feel like that is so funny. That is so like Lowryland-esque. Like that would happen over here.
Wait, speaking of Lowryland-esque, that fucking video that I sent you of that bird,
oh
like
my God,
around the house.
Yes.
It just fits the aesthetic.
Honestly, a bird would fit so seamlessly into our chaos. We actually came up with a new rule today in Lowryland. Okay. It is, if you don't eat your food on your plate, that's fine. I'm not going to force you to eat it. We'll save it for lunch. If you don't eat it for breakfast, you'll eat it for lunch. If you don't eat it for lunch, you're going to eat it for dinner. If you don't eat it for dinner, you're walking your happy ass down to the pigs and you're feeding it to the pigs. I'm no longer, because so often my kids would not eat what's made, and it's fine. I don't expect them to eat all the time, or if they're not hungry, whatever, fine. But we have a container that we put all of our scraps in to feed to the pigs. And I'll just accumulate it for the day and then take it down. Either me or my dad or somebody will take it down. Nope. Now you don't finish your food, you're walking it down.
Oh my God.
I'm so tired of the wasteful food. Also, speaking of food, I asked Lincoln what it's like to have a cooking mom, because I've been cooking all weekend.
Wait, what?
Lindsie and I don't typically record on a Monday, so this is nice and fresh. I have decided to learn how to cook. And so I have been frying up chicken cutlets. I made some potatoes with seasoning. We did baked ziti. I got a waffle maker and I made waffles for the first time in my whole 33 years of life. And I asked Lincoln yesterday, I said, what is it like having a cooking mom? And he looked at me and said, you've made 3 meals. Relax.
You're like, I really just want to be acknowledged that I'm on this journey of doing this, and you just rained and shit all over my parade.
But then had the audacity to say, can we have waffles again?
It's like, no, because I've only cooked 3 meals, so I would hate to have to cook a 4th.
We have to start somewhere, and I will say that my chicken cutlets are decent. They're okay. The potatoes were okay. The ziti was basic. Oh, I made baked mac and cheese. Homemade baked mac and cheese.
Was it good?
Yes, I used Tiny's recipe. Do you know who she is?
Oh, yeah. I saw people making that for Thanksgiving, actually.
Yes. So I copied that recipe. A little bit of feedback is that I did not double the recipe. I left it how it is. Entirely too much cheese. Like entirely too much cheese, to the point where it's like almost too much. And so it was good. Ike liked it. My kids liked it. My kids gave it an 8 out of 10. I want to perfect that one a little bit. I want to use her recipe as the base, but I want to make a couple tweaks to it. And then last night I did a baked ziti, which in my opinion was like, I made it around lunchtime. It was better at dinner time, if that makes sense. Like I had some for lunch.
I'll tell you why. Sauce is always better if it's like marinated a little bit. So spaghetti, like if you make it one night and then you refrigerate it and then you reheat it, it's always better the next day.
Yeah. So like I had some for lunch, like it was like, I guess a late lunch, early dinner, and it was okay. I mean, it wasn't super flavorful. It was like basic, middle of the road. Later on, when I had it for dinner around like 7, 8, it tasted better to me. So
Alessandra said simmering your sauce for a long time before serving it is really good too. I would agree. Like I do my sauce in the crock pot. So it simmers all day long. And I always use a mix of Italian sausage and ground beef.
Will you send me a sausage recipe of some sort?
Yeah, absolutely. I will. Back to the mac and cheese. Like, are we talking swimming like Stofers or
No, it was a good consistency. The consistency was really good. It was just the amount of cheese. Lux and Creed don't actually eat mac and cheese on a regular, like they don't prefer it, but they wanted to try it. They all just said it was, and it was 3 types of cheese. It was mozzarella, Colby Jack, and cheddar, which is great. But with the seasonings and everything, like it was just too much. And it was, it called for 3 pounds of cheese to 1 pound of pasta.
Maybe you should have increased the amount of pasta to the cheese.
Yes, I agree. And my friend Twiz FaceTimed me and was, because he made that for Thanksgiving. He had warned me that it was going to be that way. He's like, I just made it. Like I'm telling you. And I'm like, I know, but I would rather follow the recipe to a T first and make tweaks later. But he ultimately was correct. And I think either less cheese to the 1 box of pasta or 2 boxes of pasta and keep the 3 pounds of cheese.
You and I should do cooking videos.
Yes.
Remember how we were going to like do cooking with coffee combos and then we did it like
we can do it at my content house now when you come.
Yeah, we should do cooking videos and do like a cook-off. Who's the better cook?
No, I would love that. I know I did one with Matt over the summer and people loved it. I think we should absolutely do that. And I'm never going to be a baker. So let me not say never because I thought I would never cook, but I want to try to make snack wraps with my chicken cutlets.
Snack wraps with chicken cutlets. That sounds good. I'm sure it would be better than McDonald's, which by the way, I have a fucking argument with McDonald's.
Why?
Okay. So pick Jackson up on Wednesday. Normally on Wednesday after school, we go to the trampoline park.
Mm-hmm.
We have a membership there. So it's just like easy swing by right after school, get our jumps out. And then we normally get fast food on Wednesday. He was like, well, McDonald's has the Grinch meal out.
What is the Grinch meal?
So it is, you can either get a Big Mac, I think, or 10-piece chicken nugget. And it comes with fries, a medium drink, socks, like Christmas Grinch socks. They're probably around here somewhere. Actually, I'll show you. I've got 2 here. It comes with these socks.
Oh, cute.
Okay. But please tell me why at this point that fast food has gotten so expensive that there are certain restaurants I can go to and spend less like on like a country little dinner than I would be spending for a Big Mac and a 10-piece chicken nugget. Do you know that it was $30 for both of us to get a Grinch meal? It did come with a seasoning pack for the fries and like a little bag to shake the fries in with a seasoning pack, which I thought was kind of cool, but it was like a pickle like flavored seasoning.
Was it good?
The first couple of fries were good. And then it's like, I messed up the rest of my fries.
Yeah. Cause I love McDonald's French fries. So it would be for me the same, like just a couple is fine. That's really interesting for a family of, I think 7 or 8 of us, it's about 120 for us to eat. That was Chick-fil-A. I haven't tried McDonald's in a long time for that, but the last time I attempted to feed everybody on Chick-fil-A was about $120 for all of us.
That's just a lot of money.
The craziest part of that though is that if we would have went to an Applebee's or something, I would have spent the same.
All right, y'all. I was just having a conversation with someone yesterday about how confusing the insurance can be. I know if you're anything like me that you sometimes don't know what's covered, what is covered, or where to even begin. And I just wanted to mention Roe's free insurance checker breaks it all down for you, making it easier to get the weight loss support that you may already qualify for. Roe gives you the info that you need to feel confident in your decision to start treatment. treatment. Ro's Insurance Checker lets you know if you're covered for GLP-1s for free. And if you want to see if you're covered, all you have to do is just submit your insurance card and Ro will take care of the rest. So we're talking no paperwork, no hassle, no waiting on hold. Ro's free insurance checker will send you a comprehensive report of your coverage details so that you can make a decision that is right for your goals. If you decide to move forward, Ro can help you understand if GLP-1s are right for you and your goals, but that is just the beginning. When you become a Ro member, you'll have support throughout the process. You'll have access to your provider on demand for any questions. This is your sign to join the over 1 million people who have trusted Ro to check their coverage for free. Go to ro.co/coffeecombos for your free insurance check. That's ro.co/coffeecombos to see if your insurance covers GLP-1s for free. Go to ro.co/safety for box warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications.
Oh, I will tell you. Do your kids like chicken minis?
Yes.
Okay. There is a recipe that one of Jackson's friends' moms gave me and Will, and Jackson claims it tastes just like chicken minis from Chick-fil-A, and it's like a whole tray of minis.
Send it.
You do the chicken in the air fryer, and then you obviously just like bake the bread, and then you like whisk shit on it.
Okay. I'll try it. I'll give it a try. I will say I want to find a new baked ziti recipe because I'm a big baked ziti girly, but I love ricotta cheese. This recipe didn't call for ricotta cheese. I don't know if that's typically a staple in baked ziti, but I'll make it one.
Okay. I love ricotta cheese. Actually, there's not a cheese that I don't like.
Same. Like I'll eat all of it.
Like never found one cheese that I'm like, yeah, I don't fuck with you.
Same. I love cheese. Cheese is for me. If it's cheese, it's for me. This was a debate with my friends this weekend. What do you consider Cheesecake Factory in terms of grades of restaurant? I say fast casual. Wait, what do you mean? Alessandra, explain.
Like I was like, oh, I consider Cheesecake Factory like a fast casual, like a casual restaurant. And Billy was like, no, people go on dates there. Like fast casual, like we have a sub place by us. He's like, that's what I consider fast casual. I'm like, no, I put Cheesecake Factory in like the Applebee's caliber.
Do you?
Yeah.
I do think you do?
Mm-hmm. I will say that like the plating and stuff at Cheesecake Factory and the experience is more of like a higher level than Applebee's, but don't mind me because you will find me in an Applebee's.
I haven't been to Applebee's in years, like literal years. Because it just gives me diarrhea. But the Cheesecake Factory is about an hour from us, and I would not put that in the same category. I would put, and I think because to Alessandra's point or Billy's point, like people go on dates there. I'm not saying they don't go on dates to Applebee's, but I just think you could be in and out of an Applebee's, not in the same way as Cheesecake Factory. I think the entire process takes so much longer. You can't just like go to Cheesecake Factory on your lunch break because you will not be done in time.
Wait, remember that one time you and I went to Cheesecake Factory in Atlanta and Lux was like so little and you had forgotten a bottle at the hotel?
Yeah.
And then like taking so long.
Yes. And I remember that actually. I mean, the beginning of Coffee Combos, like year one, Lux went everywhere because Elliot and Lincoln their dads had 50-50 custody. And I don't think Lux's dad was involved at that time, or it was very limited involvement. And I took him to Atlanta with me all the time. Like
Lux is our mascot.
Literally, if I was going to Atlanta, Lux was going to Atlanta. If I went to California, Lux went to like Lux was everywhere. He said something yesterday. I don't remember what the conversation was. Do you remember why he said to you? He literally looked at Ike and he goes, I'm mom's ride or die. He goes, I'm mom's ride or die. What she does, I do the same. That's what he said.
It was like cutest. It was the cutest thing, but I will never forget. I think that was actually my last experience at Cheesecake Factory because I was traumatized.
They fucked up your food so bad. And you were like, I would like, not.
Irritated. Like, we've got a crying baby sitting at this table. He doesn't have a bottle. You fucked up the whole order. Like, you might as well have just played roulette and brought me something.
I think my ex-girlfriend went back. She drove back to the hotel.
She did. I wasn't going to say what happened.
Nobody needs to know who it was, but y'all already know. It doesn't need to be said. But yeah, she went, did she go get the bottle or did she end up leaving with him to go get him a bottle? Something like that.
No, I'm pretty sure we were left with the crying baby and then she went and got the bottle.
I think so. That was not a great time, but it was a good memory, if that makes sense.
I'm just like, what the hell? Like, think about how long Coffee Combos has been going on.
8 years. Literally every year for Lux's birthday is like a Coffee Combos anniversary because we had already started recording when he was born, but we launched, I think, shortly thereafter. So like as many Lux is 8, Coffee Combos is 8.
I love it. I can't believe that like Lux is freaking 8 years old.
Coffee Combos is 8 years old.
But it just like seems that long, but like not that long. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. And I feel like in some ways I have not matured in any of those 8 years.
No, you definitely have. Like there has been a tempering of the tongue for sure.
Power in the pause.
There has been a power in the pause, baby. Okay, so we got an email from, I don't know who this email's from, but we never say anyway, so it doesn't matter. She says, "Hi, ladies. I've been a huge fan of you both since day one. I have a little predicament and I need y'all's advice. Please keep me anonymous. I, 28 female, my boyfriend, 29 male, just had our first daughter almost 3 months ago. Things are going great except for my boyfriend's mom. She's sweet and means well, but makes comments that drive me insane. The baby is usually asleep when she decides she wants to stop by or whenever we meet her due to the car being soothing. Anyways, she always wants to wake the baby up, hold her, which as a tired mama infuriates me. The most recent time she insisted on waking the baby up so that she could hold her, and then the baby started crying and proceeded to make comments as, oh, she's fine. She needs to get over it and get used to it. Or, quote, she's just spoiled and needs to learn to let other people hold her. I got a whole story about this. She then compared my baby to some other children who is older than my daughter and continued the theme that he wasn't spoiled like my daughter is. I can't help but think the newborn is sleeping a lot and just wants her mama. I'm having a hard time biting my tongue. In my head, I'm thinking, well, she doesn't let people hold her, just not you. Keep in mind, she's not even 3 months old yet. She kept telling me to feed my daughter, even though she ate right before she had come over. I repeated myself several times. I love my boyfriend and really want to get married, so I try to keep the peace and just ignore her, but it's getting harder and harder to do so. Any advice? Love y'all so much. Oh, I have a story for you.
You guys already know how I feel about spoiling babies. You can't spoil a baby. It's human nature to want to be held by your mother. It is human fucking nature. Stop saying you cannot spoil a baby in that way. You can't. No amount of holding your baby is going to make them used to it or not used to it. No amount of letting them cry it out. Letting them cry it out is literally goes against everything in us as humans. So no, I'm never going to get behind that.
The cry out method is once was the bane of my existence. Like,
why are we telling a new mom that the baby needs to get over it? Why are we waking up a new baby at 3 months old? Literally, why? Let the mom get the baby on a schedule. And then as grandma, I don't care what you've done in the past as a grandma. I don't care what your friends are doing with their grandkids or your other kids are doing with their kids. You need to listen to the mom and what the mom wants, period.
Okay, so when Jackson was very little, I mean, he might have been around 3 months old. I used to take him to my parents' house during the day because I wasn't working. I mean, I was filming for the show, but Will was on a job, and it's just kind of like, okay, well, if I'm going to listen to a crying baby, I can go do that with my parents and everybody can listen to it. Right. So we would go over there and like have lunch and chill, hang out until it got time for Jackson to go to bed. And then we would go home, do our nighttime routine at home. When it got time to feed Jackson, I was breastfeeding exclusively for like 3 months of his life. But then once he started taking a bottle, my parents always just say, let me feed him, let me feed him, let me feed him. So Julie is truly like an angel when it comes to babies. Like anybody's baby will let her hold them, except Jackson would not.
Oh.
And so I'm sure that probably was like a little tough knowing that that's your grandson and he just wants his mom and to be fed by his mom. And so I would like try to fix the bottle and give her the bottle and let her hold him. And literally he just would not drink the milk for her. And she got so frustrated. And I was like, we all need to calm down. Like, I am his mother. He's used to taking a bottle from me. Do you know Jackson would not take a bottle for anybody else until he was almost out of a bottle, a year old.
Sometimes it's just the comfort. And that gets tough because it's like, for the mom, like for you probably needed that break, like that few minutes of not being touched by someone, even though it is your own child. So that's tough. Actually, I'm reading a book right now called The Mad Wife, and she has 2 kids, and the first kid, she said that wouldn't stop crying, was like really hard for her. And I know what that's like, where you just need a minute and you can't, and you want someone to hold the baby. But the woman that wrote into us, like, it's so hard with in-laws because you like her, I've always wanted to keep the peace with my in-laws, and like sometimes to a fault, like you just want to keep the peace and you'll tell them whatever, like basically be a people pleaser just to keep the peace. And that in this case is not going to work out well. It's going to backfire.
There are some situations with in-laws that they're going to do what they want to do regardless of what you say. Like, you could say it a million times and they're still going to make the choice that they're going to do it because they feel like they know better because they've already done it, right?
Here's the thing. You're going to wake up a baby, then take the baby with you.
Exactly. Like, if you're going to wake up the baby, then you take the baby and you keep it woke up.
Take the baby with you. I'll go get some stuff done, or I'll go take a nap myself. But you're not going to sit here in my home and make comments about this, that, and the third. Like, you're not going to wake up my baby and then have shit to say. And I mean, if it was me, and I don't know how comfortable this mom is with her mother-in-law, take the baby to her house. If she wants to wake the baby up, fine. You either go home and sleep so she can't make comments to you, or have your husband or boyfriend go pick up the baby afterwards, go run errands, do what you have to do. And then you don't have to hear what she has to say.
But then you also have in-laws. Like, my in-laws were great. I mean, I could, if they were going to watch Jackson, and we called them like grandparent sleepovers, I allowed that for the first time when he was 6 months old, and we dropped him off, drove home, bawled my eyes out the entire way home. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, right after you have a baby, even though he was already 6 months old, it felt like so new. It's like, you don't know how to do anything else because you're so used to doing the stuff for the baby that it's like it throws off everything. So what are we supposed to do? Sit and look at each other?
Yeah.
Bawled my eyes out the entire way home. We got picture evidence of all of the stuff that they were doing the entire time. And I mean, I would send a list for her, like, needs bottle at this time. This is the food that he needs. This is the bath. Make sure the temperature is blah, blah, blah. Clean pajamas. Make sure he's had lotion put on before bed. No passy unless it's bedtime. Follow it to a T. But I've come to realize that is more of a rare occasion than it is normal.
Yeah. I think if you trust your in-laws or family members to have your kids, you sort of have to, I mean, they should listen to you, in my opinion, but at the point that you're willing to relinquish your child to them for whatever amount of time, you kind of have to just trust that whether they follow your direction or not, that they're going to do their best. Like, the one and only time I ever left Lincoln with my mom, he was exclusively breastfed. Kristen was with me, gave her all of the information, said, please do not feed him any type of food at all. Yes, he was like 8 months old, but he was not on solids yet. If he was, it was like baby-led weaning. I want to say, like, so I don't even think he was there yet because I really tried to exclusively breastfeed for a year. Had come back to pick him up. My mom was sloshed, completely fucked up, and had given him food, potatoes, crackers, like given him stuff. And I, like, at that point, I was like, you're never going to see my child again. And she never did.
And to me, I feel like that's so detrimental in a situation like that, because if you're exclusively breastfeeding and that's all that your baby's used to, and then they get exposed to something else, I can see that so many issues.
Whenever Kristen is well again, she'll have to tell the story, like, because she probably remembers things that I don't, but it was really, really one of those things that I can't. And then I remember when I first had Elliot. I had one of the first times I had gone to the mall after I had him, and I bought him sneakers, like little Air Forces, and brought him home. I was so excited about his first pair of shoes, and I'll never forget Janet complained that they were not high tops. There was no ankle support. They were not supportive of his ankles or something like that. And I'm just like, honestly, I'm a first-time mom doing my best. Like, if you could please just not make me feel bad about like my first like big purchase for my child, like that would be great.
I feel like that's such an old school thing though. Like back in the day, and maybe this is just in the South. I don't know if they do stuff like this in the North, but we had a family ran shoe store, and most everybody in town would go to this shoe store to get their babies their first shoes. Like they would go to be fitted and, first walking shoes. Ma'am, please tell me why when Jackson started wearing shoes, do you remember the little shoes that you could buy from boutiques and they looked like little animals on them and they just had like elastic around the back and they were soft soles on the bottom?
Yes. Like I think not Gymboree. There was like Stride Right or some kind of store that had shoes like that. Uh-huh.
That baby learned to walk in those little flimsy ass shit. I didn't have any ankle protector.
I don't even think Elliot was walking at the time that I did that. So it was like a moot point.
It was like for the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. It was my first like big purchase for him. I was more so proud of the fact that I could afford little Nike shoes for as a teen parent than I was about him actually wearing them. It was just like, I got to the mall. I bought him some shoes. Like, I don't know. It was a big deal.
But I feel like people, I say like fossils, like people before us, like they just have this mindset of something else than what we have, right? Like they have not evolved. They think that everything needs to happen the same. And I'm speaking because my nanny is like this. Like she thought my parents needed to do exactly what she did. So we did not need soft sole shoes. We needed to go and be fitted at the local place, like for these shoes. And they need to be a specific kind of shoe. And it's like, let us just stroll around.
Well, what's so funny about that same book, Mad Wife, there's like in the book, one of the kids gets sick and has the doctor come to her house. I guess it was a regular thing in the 50s for a doctor, like a family doctor, to come do a home visit.
Yeah.
And first of all, I fucking wish. Second of all, the doctor recommended some recipe. It was like lemon juice, something else, and whiskey. And it was like, give one serving every hour as needed. And I was like, I said it to Ike and I'm laughing because I'm like, if we would just operate based on how people were raised in the 50s and 60s, 70s, like our kids we would be in jail, actually. If I gave my kids, while they had the flu, lemon juice, honey, and whiskey, I would be in jail right now.
1,000% we would be in jail. But also, where did they come up with those concoctions? Like,
I don't know, though. I do feel like the whiskey is something, but the problem is I think that parents would just basically create alcoholics. They would overdo it. But I do feel like there are healing properties in whiskey.
I mean, there probably is. I've heard of people rubbing whiskey on like babies' gums and stuff that are teething.
Yeah.
I never did it.
I never did it with the simple fear of creating an alcoholic like Boozy Susie. Oh, also speaking of Boozy Susie, first of all, I took my meds today and I don't think they're working. Like I'm all over the place. Yesterday I told Kristen FaceTimed me, okay, on her intravenous drugs while she's in the hospital. And I looked at her dead in the face and I said, Kristen, go get some rest because you're giving Boozy Susie, okay? You look like her right now and you're acting like her with the very sweet, high-pitched voice when you're sloshed or high or whatever. And I said, go get some rest, Kristen. I'm having PTSD.
Wait, so your mom was like a sweet, high-pitched voice in a state of blackout?
My mom, when she's fucked up, outside of pretending to be the Wicked Witch of the West from Wizard of Oz, outside of those scenarios, she was always a very loving, fun drunk, like happy to spend money drunk, always nice when she was drunk. Like she was not a mean drunk, but she was drunk nonetheless, or high. So it would piss me off. I actually would call home sometimes, and if she had a certain voice, I knew.
Like you knew? Was that the times that you tried to take advantage of her?
And then I would be like, can we go shopping? And we'd go down to the Sneaker King, and she'd get me an outfit, or she'd get me shoes, driving drunk, of course.
Wait, what was the Sneaker King?
The Sneaker King was on Route 6 in Honesdale, right next to Kmart. And I always wanted like brand name items. So I would wait till she got fucked up, and then she would take me. We only ended up in a ditch one time.
And that's how you became a con.
And that's how I became a con artist. Just call me Gypsy Rose.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
You cannot. Okay, on that note, we have foul play.
This is going to be so funny because I had a brand deal with Mattress Firm a couple years ago, so I can't wait to read this. Okay. The night I traumatized a Mattress Firm employee. A few years ago, my boyfriend and I decided we were finally grown enough to buy a real adult mattress. So we go to this Mattress Firm, and the salesman is way too enthusiastic about us really getting a feel for the bed. Sir, be careful what you encourage. We're testing out mattresses, bouncing on them, rolling around, whatever. At one point, my boyfriend jokingly whispers, we should see if it's sturdy. And I begin the chaotic woman I am and took that as a challenge. The salesman walks away for a minute, and my boyfriend and I start making out on this luxury pillow top like we were in a dramatic Netflix series, okay? Things escalate quickly. He's still fully clothed, but let's say the energy was shifting. I climb on top of him as a joke and go, how's this for sturdiness? And because God hates me, the entire corner of this mattress slams to the floor like WWE folding tables. The crash was so loud, the salesman sprints back over, and I literally fall forward onto my boyfriend with the loudest accidental fart my body has ever produced, like echoing off the showroom walls. The salesman freezes. My boyfriend is crying from trying not to laugh. I'm sweating red and on the broken mattress like roadkill. The salesman, trying to be professional, says, oh, well, it's definitely soft. Sir, please. We had to help him lift the mattress back onto the frame, and I had to do the walk of shame through the store while he avoided eye contact like he witnessed a felony. We did not buy the mattress.
Not buying the mattress is wild work. After all of that, in my opinion, it's like you have committed to this mattress. I can tell you, never have I ever gone to a mattress store and tried a mattress before purchasing.
Also, I'm lying. I had one mattress that I bought at like a Sears or something, and it was literally the most magical mattress I've ever had. It was like a beauty rest or something like that. Becky has it now in her guest room. That was the only one that I physically sat on and bought, and I was obsessed with it. But
how many kids did you make on that mattress?
I don't even think any of my children were conceived in a bed.
Well, we know.
Oh, the last 3 were. 2 were in a car. Lincoln was in a hotel. The babies were in a bed for sure.
Where was Elliot?
Car. He was a car on prom night.
Oh, yeah, the car on prom night.
Yeah. Lincoln Hotel.
Oh, I forgot. So Elliot, Lux were both in a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Creed was a completely different scenario.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 were in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we missing?
Lincoln was in a hotel.
Oh, Lincoln in a hotel.
And anyone that is mattress shopping, I would love to recommend a couple mattresses. Okay. In no particular order. If you're looking for more higher end options, Purple Mattress and Nectar are my 2 favorite high end. If you're on a budget, I'm probably going to shock people when I say this, but I will post a link. The 2 most comfortable, I have a Nectar in one room and I have a Purple Mattress myself in my own room. Love them both. The 2 most comfortable beds in my house are Lincoln and Lux, and they came from Amazon, and I will post the link. And to this day, when I get a new mattress, at some point, it will be whatever Lincoln and Lux have from Amazon.
I have Nectar and Purple in this house.
Love.
Because when I went through my breakup, like before I moved here, we know how I feel about mattresses, like how to get a new mattress. I'm pretty sure mine in my bedroom is purple.
Mm-hmm.
Also, purple sheets are very expensive, but I do love purple sheets.
Listen, I'm here to tell you, whether or not you should buy Purple products. I know they're pricey. I know they are. But I have been very happy with my Purple products.
But we have to think about like mattresses as investments, right?
Yeah,
like
totally, 1000%. And that's why I was kind of giving options, because the 2 mattresses that I got from Amazon are, in my opinion, just as comfortable, if not more comfortable than those super high-end ones. So while I do love Purple, if you're on a budget, I will post a suggestion.
Isn't it so crazy how mattresses also come now? Like you order them online and they're in what looks like a tiny box, and then you cut open the stuff and then all of a sudden you just have this big comfortable mattress.
Well, that's why I'm wondering, no shade to Mattress Firm. Like, thanks for the partnership a couple years ago. Loved that for me and loved that for you. But like, are y'all laundering or something? Because nobody's physically going, like, why are you having these big box stores with mattresses and 3 people come in all week? Like,
it's so weird.
You know what I mean?
We should do a marketing test and go sit outside of like stores that we think people don't go to and purchase like all those types of things online to see how many people actually go into the store.
Like the amount of Mattress Firms is sort of on par. It's same for like car dealerships. Don't you feel like they have an awful lot of cars on the lot and too many salesmen? But how many people are really coming in to buy cars every single day?
I think maybe like the salesman situation is maybe to like add competition in the workforce. So, you know, competition sometimes incentivizes people to close a deal.
Okay, but maybe don't be open 7 days a week then. Because like surely, and like car salesmen don't make as much money on brand new cars as they do used cars. They can add more money to a used car on the back end to make a higher commission, where they're not making pretty much anything on a brand new car. So like like maybe close 2 days a week, 3 days a week. And then the competition would be left in the 4 days, because there would be like a supply and demand situation.
I mean, I could probably get behind that. I can tell you the car dealerships that I go to, there are always people on the lot looking or in offices like negotiating.
But not as many as you would think for the amount of cars and the amount of salespeople. Like, yeah, a handful of people every day, but like they could just move it to the next day. Do you know what I'm saying?
But what do they end up doing with the cars? Like once they get the new ones for like the new year, do they have to discount the cars that they have on the lot from the previous year?
Yes, I don't think they do it. I think the manufacturers require it, if I had to guess. But my plan for Elliot, listen, this is what I'm about to say is not up for discussion. This is what I'm personally doing. I'm not looking for another way to do it. I'm getting him a car January 2026, but I'm looking for an unused brand new 2024. And the reason why I'm saying that's 2 years old at that point, is because it's 2025, but in 2025, today, they still have unused, unbought 2024s.
Yep.
So my thought was I could get a brand new car in 2026, and I'm going with the suggestion that you made on the car that you suggested. I'm not going to say it yet. And I'm going to look for a 2024, because at that point, would they have to discount it further because the 2026 are now on the lot?
That's what I'm thinking, because I mean, maybe other people do that same.
Like I got I got a 2024 at the end of, what year are we in?
2025.
I got my brand new 2024 Denali when the 2025s were already on the lot.
Did you get a discount?
I think I financed it, so I don't think, and I didn't lease it. I like bought it. I don't think so. People think they get discounts on cars, and I think the only real discounts come, 1, on used cars, and 2, if you're paying in cash. You're not actually getting a deal if you're financing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think I even tried to negotiate, because it wouldn't have been worth it, if that makes sense.
I'm so glad that you are going with my suggestion for his first car.
So am I. I hope he loves it. And it's so reliable, so fucking reliable. It's safe, as safe as you can get for a teen child, a teen boy. And it's going to hold its value. And that is what I really want, because eventually he will want to get his own car with his own money and upgrade or whatever he wants to do. And I want to make sure that it holds its value, and he can either trade it for what he wants or pass it down to one of his siblings. And I am really happy with this. And honestly, sort of mad at myself for not thinking of it. And I appreciate you for your suggestion.
Not us, just on a Saturday, like rolling through all the cars on a 3-way call with Kristen. And I'm like, what about?
And I was like, yep, that's it. That's the one. Literally no questions asked. Literally no questions. I was like, that is what I'm getting him.
That is the one. Okay, that's all we have time for today. Thank you guys for always supporting our show. Please subscribe and review on the Apple Podcast app. Follow and rate on Spotify or listen wherever you get your pods. For our latest merch, visit coffeeconvospodcast.com to shop. Full video episodes are available on Kail's Patreon at patreon.com/Kail Lowry. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and join our Facebook group to connect with us and our community. We hope you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
With all the best movies. The holidays are brutal, so if you're feeling frugal, stream Pluto TV. Stream Pluto TV. Stream Pluto TV for free. Stream blockbuster hits like 21 Jump Street, Ted, The Expendables, and so much more on Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.